I'm just going to run through this as if I know all the steps at this point, so you can see how fast it goes when you just know the steps. We start by doing a times c, which is going to be negative 30. And then we also make a note of what that b value is. We want to list things that multiply to make negative 30. Now in this case, since it's a negative number, I know that one of the values will be positive and the other one will be negative. I don't know which one's which necessarily. I just know that when I go to combine them to make negative 13, I've got to keep in mind that one's positive and one's negative, so the multiplication is negative 30. Negative 30 has a lot of factors, so I'm definitely making a list. I'm always starting with 1. 1 and 30 work. I'll go up to 2. 2 goes in 15 times. If you need to get a calculator out to do this, and like do 30 divided by 2 to get that the other factor is 15, please use a calculator to help you. Like if you're not sure if 3 goes into 30, do 30 divided by 3 on a calculator, and you'll see that it gives you a 10. If you're not sure about 4, do 30 divided by 4 on a calculator. It's not going to give you a round number, so it doesn't go in evenly. If you're not sure about 5, do 30 divided by 5 on a calculator. You'll see that it's 6. I'm just going up the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm seeing if they're factors or not. The next number would be 6, but I've got that. So these are all the possible factor pairs. They're supposed to make a negative 30, so they will have different signs. So which pair, if they have different signs, when combined, will make negative 13? That's what I've got to think about. If these have different signs, I can get maybe a 29 or a negative 29. If these have different signs, I can get a 13 or a negative 13. If I want a negative 13, that's that 15 that I want to be negative. This is my winner. I'm going to take that winner and I'm going to use it to rewrite the original problem. Instead of saying negative 13x, I'm going to break it up with my winner. I'll say 6x squared. And not write this, but I'll use this, 2x and negative 15x. So positive 2x. Negative 15x minus 5. That's my step 2 right there. Step 3 is to break it up. Like this and like this. And just consider one group at a time. So if I consider the 6x squared plus 2x group, I want to have some kind of parentheses there. I got to figure out what goes on the outside, so I'll look at these two terms. I'll look at the numbers first. 6 and 2 have a common factor of 2, and both of these things have an x. So I can factor 2x out of both of these, and then I got to figure out what I would multiply, what would go here if I wanted to get this back. 2x times whatever I put here better make 6x squared. So to get the 6x squared, I need a 3 and another x. Whatever I put here, 2x times this should make this. So 2x times something has to equal 2x. Well, I'd have to multiply it by 1. So I'll put a positive 1. Perfect. First part, reverse distributive property. Life is great. Hardest part is figuring out what goes in front. Once you know what goes in front, this part's pretty good. This is going to tax your brain a little bit, but you can do it. If I move on to the red one, I'm looking at a negative 15x minus 5. Well, that 5 is definitely jumping out at me, but I also want to point out that I want to make sure that the inside parentheses is supposed to match. So the way I have this written right now, if I just thought of the 5 and I was thinking about what would go here to make a negative 15x, I'd have to have a negative 3x here, and then it wouldn't match. So when I actually pull out that common factor, anytime this lead term's negative here, pull out a negative whatever the heck it is. And then it's the same idea. Negative 5 times something is supposed to give me negative 15x. So 3x will go there. Negative 5 times something is supposed to give me negative 5. So put a positive 1 there. And as promised, those terms inside the parentheses match. So just like in the pear deck, I'm thinking about this the same way I thought about our problem that looked like this. When I gave you guys something like this, you all figured to put an a in front and have a 2x minus 5 left. Same idea, but instead of a's, we got a 3x plus 1. So that's going to go out in front. The thing they have in common goes out in front, and whatever's left behind is in the other set of parentheses. Final answer, life is good. I'm done with the work. Now I'm going to check it. I'm going to check it in yellow. I'm going to see what this I'm going to multiply everything in this set of parentheses by this 3x. 3x times this and 3x times this. 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times negative 5 is negative 15x. I'm going to move to the next term in the set of parentheses and multiply it by everybody over here. 1 times 2x, 2x. 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. Combine like terms. 6x squared. These guys combined make negative 13x. This guy makes negative 5. That was the original problem. So my answer here, I know, is correct. I should say this was step 4. This is step 5. It's going to tax your brain. It's going to make your brain feel warm. You can do it.